Hi, this is Derek Tsai from LearnByBlogging.com. Today I want to give you a review of this book called The Future by Gore, our vice president or the former vice president under Clinton, and who lost the election to George W. Bush. And it's a very interesting book. In the book, he mentioned there are 6 drivers to the future, and one of them being the Earth Inc. What he referred to, Earth Inc. is a deeply interconnected global economy that operates like a fully integrated entity. Robot sourcing, technology-induced job losses doesn't paint a very a pretty picture for the future. But we're all connected together. And the second driver is the global mind, because the increase in the interconnect world that produce intelligent beings that really can surpass our intelligence. Our brain capacity got bigger and extended by the internet, and that benefit the democracy movement worldwide. And the pitfall of the internet, including the education problem, securities, privacy, and frauds. We all know that. And the third thing is the power in the balance, the shift of economic and political power from the east to the west, to the also to the large corporation who really bind up the politician. And the West, he warned about the power of the corporation and their lobbyists. So there's a lot of details on how that system works. And number 4 driver is the outgrowth, the unsustained growth of a human population and the resource consumption. The growth of omega cities from the exponential growth of population means that more hunger and obesity to extreme, and mass marketing and waste, pollutions and longevities, which contribute to the growing pain that includes migration because certain shutdown of certain city and you have to migrate, and refugees issues, and endangered groundwater, topsoil, and our overexploitation of the ocean. So a lot of issues there from overpopulation of human. No, we are no different than the parasite on the earth. And number 5 driver is the reinvention of the life and death, the breakthroughs in the material sciences and biologicals, medical advances that redefine how we evolve as a species. And he argued against the patentings of genes, human cloning, antibiotic usage in animals, and he touched on the upcoming technological singularity, which is when computer or the technology intelligence can surpass human intelligence. And the creation of new body parts, fertility, lifespans, and health spans, healthy living throughout end of life, GMOs, and etc. Okay. Number 6 driver is the edge, and this one he touched on that's kind of his expertise on environment. And the edge is our new relationship between human civilization and the Earth ecological systems and the environment. As expected, Gore goes through lots of details on global warming, the CO2 gas under the ice, methane gas under the ice cap. Once the ice melts, you get a lot of methane gas, which can contribute to even more CO2 emission. And it's very depressing the way he put it together. And to talk about the coral reef for the fish or habitats that are dying. And it goes into politics of global warming, and which is very insightful because he's a politician, and he warned about the danger of fracking and this oil exploration, and also advocates the use of cap and trade as a way to control pollution. So the key points, these are the 6 main drivers that he's talked about driving the futures. And my takeaway is I like the mind map in the beginning of each chapter. Let me see if I can show you that. He's got a mind map. Pretty interesting how he mapped things up, map things out in the book, and you can kind of see where his points, the points that is leading to. And it's a lot of history. If you really enjoy that, in a way, he's extrapolating the future from the past, from the history. So if you enjoy the history, boy, this is a lot of history in there, more than the future actually. And overall, it's kind of depressing to read this thing because it's just like, there's a lot of problems. But he's been hopeful at the same time. And I heard about this China determination to become the superpower in the application of genetics and life science analysis, and that's something new for me. And at the end, he called to the United States to lead the world out of this dilemma and pollutions and all the environmental issues and all that, so that we can overcome as a species and can inhabit the earth for a longer time than we would if we just go ahead and pollute it, use up all the resource. So overall, it's pretty good state of the world now, and the projection of the future may well be true. Seems like it makes a lot of sense, and even though you may not like it, but that's the way it is. So this book, The Future by Gore, 6 Drivers of Global Changes. So very short review. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye now. Oh, these are my wife's new flower arrangement. Hikabana, beautiful. And then she has another one over here. This is the flowers. And these are the lilies. Let me see if I can. The lilies are very pretty. It's been here for a week now, so it's kind of dying off, but otherwise simple and elegant.